Oh,
it?
you stopped the
Yeah.
cast.
All
Okay.
right, there you go. All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. I had to stop the stream for a second because it was not picking up my microphone, and now it is. So, again, welcome, guys. Thank you for joining
Take two.
us. Welcome for joining us. Welcome to our podcast. This is the Games, Geeks, and Gravity podcast, where we do nothing but talk about gaming, geeky stuff, and also gravity, because we live in it. So, all
Very true.
right. So, you're probably all wondering why we're doing this. Well, you know what? We just felt like it. That's the best way I can put it for you. Um, it's something that Josh and I have both been thinking about for a while, because we're huge gamers. We love podcasts, especially gaming podcasts. They're also thinking about doing like a Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons podcast, so that's something we're kind of joining into. Um, and so now that's pretty much why we're doing this. Don't mind me for give me a hot second. I'm going to do some social stuff for us. Get it out on Twitter, get it on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything. Mr. Beaglepan here is going to talk about what we're doing.
Oh yeah. So today we're just gonna do like the basics, who we are, what we done this week, and then we have the first topic that we have that I thought of was like our first gaming love that we had. So like not like your first video game because anyone that could be whatever, but like your first game that you actually like love, the one that you found yourself going to time and time again. So we both came up with like ideas, and I have a few of like different stages and whatnot. But I thought that would be kind of a cool topic and a good introduction to kind of get a feel of like who we are and what styles of games we like and stuff like that.
That's good. I like that. I want to ask you first though. So, what is it? What is it that you do? What? Because I'm pretty sure my people on my channel know what I do. I'm a college student, blah blah blah, league player and everything. Let's talk about yourself. Let's intro yourself.
All right, yeah. So I'm also a college student. We go to the same school. I'm studying computer science. I was doing more programming, and I'm changing that to networking, so I can go build data centers and do all that fancy stuff with servers. Um, what do I do? I am a DM for a Pathfinder campaign that Josh was talking about earlier. That I run on every Sunday, and I also play in a D&D campaign
One second,
every I
guys.
think
Keep talking.
Wednesday. And what else do I do? I play more strategic based video games like StarCraft, League of Legends, a lot of fantasy RPGs. Recently, The Witcher is what I've been playing. I just finished the first one. Thank God, because that was a horribly designed game. Great story, horrible game design, clunky mechanics. But now I'm on a Witcher 2. Hopefully, I can beat that soon so I can start playing Witcher 3. But yeah, no. So it's just always been a geek. I've always considered myself a geek, and I'm happy to be a geek. It's more fun than being the typical normal person who works a desk job and goes to school. Like this is boring. Let your imagination run wild sometimes.
Right? Yeah. That's good. Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. I mean, a lot of people kind of get. How do I want to put this? Some people are just like, oh, you're kind of like, okay, like geeking. You can only do something. Like, what do you do? Like, people think of geeks as like people who just sit around and do absolutely nothing. Like, they're really fat, like Cheeto hanging out and shit. But a lot of times, it's just normal people. Normal people who love
Yeah.
things like superheroes, gaming, fantasy, sci-fi, all that kinds of stuff. It's the realm of the imagination, like just blown up into a bigger proportion. Things that are more interactive for us to do, things that are more fun, as to do with friends. Like, because trust me, like the games are fun by yourself sometimes. Can't really be a geek by yourself. I mean, unless you like live under like in your basement and just like you're sitting there, you're like,
the stereotypes, the images.
man, my comics, like. But no, I mean, that's definitely cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who are new to my stream, and I did post on Facebook. For me, I am a college student. I'm my fourth year now at Cal State East Bay. I'm a business major, trying to get into operations resource management, try to take it into project management, and take it to where I love it the most, is bring it out to Riot Games. Hopefully, I can get over there and become a project manager for Riot Games, that'd be totally awesome. Um, I am also a League player. I'm a Platinum 3 League trying to climb to Diamond. That is my goal for this year and this season. I'm really hoping I can make it, but it's a lot of work. Let's see, I love all kinds of games. I'm a console gamer. I'm a PC gamer. Slightly into mobile lately. Mobile in the sense of like Hearthstone, I guess. Um,
Yeah, but Hearthstone, you can. It's also a
that's
PC
a
game.
pretty that's a pretty hardcore game. Um, let's see, what else have I played? I all kinds of stuff. I play Pathfinder and D&D just like Josh does with his group actually. Whenever I get the chance to, but I'm so busy I never get the chance to really be out there. But since we love it so much, like he got me into it, this guy over here, and I love it so much that we actually talked about doing it as a podcast. So come the future, I mean, we're gonna do more of these podcasts. I think we've planned for possibly for our podcast, the Games, Geeks, and Gravity podcast, probably Friday nights. So we'll probably do it like every Friday night. So we'll have it set up like it's a weekly thing. People can come and watch, and people don't have to like watch every episode. So now we'll kind of figure that part out, and then the whole Dungeons Dragons thing we'll take care of later. I've been playing lately. I've been playing what have I been playing? XCOM Enemy Within with the Long War mod. I've
Yes,
been
such a
playing
good mod. Oh
that
my
mod
gosh.
is just so stupid sometimes. I really hate it.
It makes the game so much better though.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm also doing The Witcher 3. There is a playthrough on my channel that you guys can check out. I am going to be continuing that probably sometime this weekend if I have some time. And then what else am I doing? Of course, I play League, Minecraft. I play whatever I feel like. You know, I honestly, I have so many games on my computer. I have my Steam library is like this huge
Yeah, I've seen
list
it.
of absolutely nothing that I haven't played in forever. I have all these games. Like I got on Counter Strike earlier today, and I actually played my first promotional game. Dude, our game was like what was it? I think it was like 16-2. And I got placed in Gold Nova 3, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So, that's definitely something else I've been playing. I played the new
Jeez,
Battlefield. I got a
lucky.
lot of stuff. So, I tell a lot of people, you know, hey, you know, come join us. You know, come join me. Come join Mr. Pika Band here with me. Come join a lot of us, and it's a lot of fun. Like we love playing with people. I actually had somebody last night on my stream be like, hey, you know, I got an opportunity for you because that you're streaming. I want to stream with. You know, I want to pull you for a stream raid. You know, get some of your followers onto one of my bigger followers, and like, you know, we'll build up your community too. So that's definitely something we can look forward to.
That's cool.
Yeah,
dope.
absolutely. Hang on. Girl problems. Hang on.
Oh no.
God.
The
Ah,
one true bane of all geeks.
yeah,
Girl issues.
women. um, but no, I mean, I love what I do. I mean, some people are a little taken back because like, wait, all you do is game. Like, yeah, I mean, I do it all the time. But
Mhm.
now that I'm getting more into streaming and everything, it's just like, I love it. You know, like you and me, we're going to TwitchCon come September.
Oh,
Like, that's
I'm
gonna be
so
so much
stoked.
fun. Like, and I would love to meet whoever's watching our streams. Like, it'd be awesome to come hang out with you guys and really share your experiences and just have fun. You know, fuck it, we'll kick back, throw some drinks down, whatever. Like, have a fun time out there. It's gonna be so cool, especially meeting all the streamers that we follow. Like, Amy JP's gonna be there. I'm hoping Jesse Cox, Dodger, TB. I hope they're all gonna be out there so I can meet them too.
Oh yeah, no, I'm excited for day 9.
Yeah,
Like he was the reason I even found out that Twitch existed was because of day 9.
yeah.
So it's just one of those like I want to meet him. He's amazing. He's so funny.
Mhm. It's funny because like, I didn't really, I wasn't really I didn't really get into Twitch until like you showed me some of the stuff. Like,
Mhm.
who did you show me first?
Probably a day 9 stream.
It was either day and night, or I think it was actually it might have been Man. It might have been Man versus Game.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago, but I mean like, it's so amazing and how easily, like how easy you can get drawn in with all this
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you just
There's like everything.
Yeah,
There's like random indie games to the more popular, of course, League of Legends is always ranked top.
or like Dota. Yeah.
Yeah, you got all the different pro leagues there. You got like the ESL for CS:GO. You got the WCS for StarCraft,
Shit, you
the
even got like you got like a
LCS.
Hearthstone too.
Yeah, you got a Hearthstone league.
Like you got
Like
Hearthstone. Hearthstone's blowing up. Like Hearthstone used to
I'm
be this really
very excited
stupid
about that.
game. Everybody was like, "Oh, what is this stupid, boring stuff?" You know?
Yeah.
What's
Oh
that?
man, I wish I was in the beta for Hearthstone and I could stream it because people like Elohim,
Yeah.
he started because he got really big because he was one of the guys who got accepted for the Hearthstone beta and he
Oh
just
yeah.
started streaming it and now he's like full-time streamer. That's so dope and he doesn't even
Yeah.
play Hearthstone anymore.
Yeah. That's crazy. What's
Yeah.
up, Dix Insider? Thank you for joining the podcast.
What's up,
Um,
guys?
this is again, guys. This is brand new to us. We're just starting out, but we're trying to get our feet down and let's try to move this stuff out, just because we love what we do, and so we
Yeah.
want to make you
No.
guys. We want you guys to be a part of it. Um,
Yeah. No,
so
I love Twitch so much. Like that's why I want to be a data center technician. I want to work for Twitch. I want to like be one of the guys who goes and builds the servers out so we can deal with all the Twitch issues that they
right,
have occasionally with
like with League, yeah, you guys
oh
are
my
really
god.
good with that stuff.
Yeah, but that could also be part of Riot's fault.
Did
You
you
know,
see?
Riot.
Did you see?
That's okay.
I was on Reddit and um, hold up. I was on Reddit and they they were talking that about there's the LCK for Korea. They bug splatted mid game.
Oh
the,
no.
the the one that was hosting the spectator, it bug splatted and they were like, "Oh shit, what do we do?"
That's,
So,
that's
oh my
awesome.
god, it's so
Oh
bad.
it is. You
Damn.
know, Riot's just like seeing that it's like, oh no.
Yeah, they're
How
like,
did you let
"Oh
that
fuck, like what do we
happen?
do?" Oh
That's
god.
that's funny. Have you been watching LCS recently?
Um, I missed yesterday's games. All I know is I'm losing really badly in
In
fantasy
fantasy?
draft, cause like Cabo Shard sucks. Or like he didn't give me that many points. Febivin did great, but N rated wasn't doing very well. Um, what
So
else?
you didn't watch today's
I didn't
though?
watch
I
today's.
watched two of the games. I watched the Fnatic SK
Oh,
game.
okay. I saw
No.
part of the Elements game.
Yeah, and
I saw
the
part of that one. They were getting scrubbed though, cause it's UOL.
which is funny because no, they were dominating at the beginning. They
Yeah.
were destroying UOL and then just threw it.
Yeah. I
What
mean,
happened?
that doesn't surprise me though. That kind of sounds like Elements. Like if you know Froggen, you know Froggen
That
isn't like.
was But that's like the whole reason they got a new team. They Froggen like rebuilt the team for a third time.
Man,
But
he's
I don't know.
I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah. No, and then Fnatic and SK, that was a good game. It was kind
Mhm.
of one-sided.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
No,
Um,
okay, no, it wasn't one-sided, but
eh,
once they got the advantage, they just carried it home.
kind of.
I'm excited for tomorrow noon. TSM Cloud9 starting it off again.
Oh God.
Always.
What time is that match?
I think noon.
Okay, cause I'm gonna be. Oh fuck, I don't even think I'm gonna be at the dentist for that long. Cause I'm getting my teeth cleaned and
I have
my.
to work tomorrow, so.
I'm getting my teeth cleaned and my dentist. He has like when you have the chair and everything, right? But he
Mhm.
has a setup. There's a TV on the side so you can watch. So you can put on like Netflix or whatever, and I'd go on YouTube and pull up the games while I'm like sitting there like getting my teeth cleaned and I can hear it in my ear
I
and I'm
could
like,
do that.
okay,
I could do
okay,
that.
I know what's going on.
I could do that because like when a big play would happen, I would like jump and
Yeah, yeah.
dentist would like stab my mouth and I'd be like bleeding everywhere.
Ah! That'd be
It wouldn't
horrible.
work. It wouldn't work. I had to keep myself from jumping at at work. I found myself like doing like the under the desk fist pump.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm totally not watching the stream right now. I'm totally like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're like, yes, what are you doing? Nothing? I'm not doing
I
anything.
answered that email so well.
So good of an email, yeah! I love it. Um, yeah, so let's start it off with our topic for the night. Um, so first gaming love, huh?
Like, what was the first game that you played that you found yourself totally enthralled in?
Man, that's a good question. Cause I played a lot of games in my time as a kid.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Man, what did I
What,
really
what
get
was your
immersed
first
into
system?
Ooh,
I guess we could also just do the
kind of like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
topic of firsts.
Yeah. It's pretty much first everything because it's first episode
Yeah.
premiere. Woo! um, let's see. First, first system. Shit. I did. It wasn't PlayStation. Um, actually, you know what? It was either a PlayStation. No, is either PlayStation or the original Game Boy. Because I remember
Really?
I played it a little bit with my half brother. He was at our house back in Livermore. And he had it, and I played like what game was it? It wasn't Pokemon. I think it was like Dragon Ball Z or something, or Dragon Ball or
See,
something.
my first system was the Super Nintendo.
Oh
I go
yeah,
way back then. Yeah, no,
damn.
I got the Super Nintendo. I when I was like kindergarten. It's
Yeah,
when my parents they found it like at like a garage sale,
yeah.
and
Oops.
it came with like Star Fox and Super Mario and
Yeah.
Lion King.
Lion King.
Yeah, I had a Lion King game.
That's a dope
And
ass game, bro.
yeah, no, and then like I would always go to my cousin's house down in LA, and
Mhm.
they had one. They had like all these games. They had like the Final Fantasies. They had the Harvest Moon. I was
Mhm.
always jealous.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know. Once the thing what came after the Game Boy. So we had a PlayStation. We had the original PlayStation, and my dad had a friend at his work who was super obsessed with the PlayStation, and he hooked us up with like modded PlayStation. So we had two
Oh,
PlayStations. Do
nice.
you remember that when you came to my house? Like we used to
Mm-hmm.
play that all the time.
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah. So like we had those two PlayStations, and like we had hundreds and hundreds of games that we play all the time. I think what I really got myself like enthralled with was probably man, that's tough.
Yeah, it's a hard question.
Cause I mean,
Like I know the first game that I would always play over and over and over was the original Smash Bros for the N64.
yeah, same here. That was me too with my brothers, but I'm trying to think about for me just by myself. Shit.
Mine by myself, Pokemon Stadium. That was it.
I think well,
Pokemon Stadium and Pokesnap. I would
yeah,
spend
like Pokemon.
hours playing all the Pokemon games.
I was huge into Pokemon Red. That was a bigger thing for me. Um,
See, I for the longest time I never had one of the handhelds like the Game Boys or Game Boy
yeah,
Advances. I
yeah,
never
it's
had
so
one of those,
weird.
so I was never able to play like Pokemon
Yeah. See, I was
those.
obsessed with handhelds when I was a kid. I had the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy
Mhm.
Advance, Game Boy Advance SP. What came after that? I think that was it. I think
I
that was the
lost track
last thing I
after
got.
that.
Yeah, because then they had like the really like the really squared one. You remember that? Like it's
Hmm.
um, man. But back to that like back to what we were talking about. I think I'd say it was either um it was either Metal Slug, the original Metal Slug,
Oh, that's a good game.
or is this one like Japanese game where it's like this dude who's like a cat. He's like a cat, and he's in like this like robot machine, and his arms are like made, his ar- his arms are made out of like they look like tire tracks. I forgot what the name of the game is called. But all I remember was like you play that game, you like jump on shit, you like throw bombs, and like it's like this open world game, and it's like an adventure. I
I
forgot the
have
name of the
no
game.
idea what you're
Oh man,
talking about.
I don't want to look it up because it's gonna be like this
Yeah,
so
the
random thing.
Japanese cat
Like
with
oh my
tiger
god,
arms. That's gonna
goodness
be
gracious.
really bad in images.
Yeah. Cats and robot arms. Like that drawing come out really weird. Um, man, but I think what came after that was that's when I really got into gaming. That's like the seed. Then the seed was planted, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, here I come. I'm coming like full on gaming. Because remember when you were huge into Yu-Gi-Oh? Like we
Oh yeah.
we were huge into that, but we never played it. And then we had like the tech decks and everything, like all the little toys and everything. But once we started to got into gaming, I would probably say Halo. The original Halo is what got me like
Yeah.
I love video games. Like this is what I love doing.
Yeah.
Just because like I remember when we used to play. You remember when we used to go to Adam's house and play?
Oh yeah. All the time.
So I remember when I first went there, and it was me and him, um, and I was like, we were playing the first level. We were on the Silent Cartographer, and I was screaming my head off. I was like, yeah! Woo! And Adam was like, dude, god damn, my dad's gonna get mad. And I was like, oh,
It's just
sorry.
funny coming from Adam because that guy was crazy.
I know.
He was ridiculous.
He was an interesting character.
He very
Um,
much was. He was a super addicted to Halo too.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he used to play it all the time. I don't remember if he had Xbox Live or not.
I don't remember.
Um,
All I remember is I did what fifth grade project was that? Like where you had like a state or something. I don't remember. It was a fifth grade project where everyone was assigned like a state, and we partnered up. And every Wednesday, we
mhm.
would go and we would work on the project for like an hour, and then immediately go and play the Xbox or Yu-Gi-Oh or something for like
Yeah,
the rest of the time. We
yeah, yeah,
barely
yeah.
worked.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think what was our state? I think it was like Illinois. I don't remember. I don't remember. Either Illinois or Indiana.
Yeah,
One of those. Started with an I.
something like that.
Fifth grade was a long time
It was a
ago.
long time ago, guys.
I don't remember that far.
It's funny because like even like so when I got into middle school, still into gaming, but not as heavily as you think it would be. Like, cause I'm a huge gamer now, but when I got like so I okay, I played a lot of games from elementary to middle school, like eighth grade, and then when I got to high school, like that's when I started being like, okay, maybe this isn't like I'm not like oh my god gaming, like this isn't my thing. Um,
Mhm.
and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be a gamer. Like, I'm not gonna do this all the time. I'm not gonna play every night and like do all this stuff. Like, I dabbled a little bit. Like, I played a lot of TF2 in high school. Um, I played a lot of Day of Defeat. I don't remember if you remember that game.
I never played it. No.
So, Day of Defeat is another Half-Life mod, but it's World War II instead of it's like Counter Strike, but instead of like it's World War II. So you have
Mhm.
like still class based. You have class based, and you have like riflemen, snipers, support, and everything like that, all that shit. And I actually got so into it playing Day of Defeat. I was part of a clan, and I actually did clan matches too. I was like
Oh
sophomore in
yeah,
high
no.
school. Like I played a ton of clan matches. I was I think it was our support gunner. So I'd run the Thompson, and like I was beast at that game mode. I was playing on a laptop too, and it wasn't the best laptop because I remember I had to so I'm actually into Warhammer as well, and so 40 Warhammer 40K, and
Yep.
I had me and Josh both, and then I had to have my black case that holds on my Warhammer and like a book under the laptop itself, and then I'd have to stick a big ass fan right under it because the fan on my laptop was broken. So I'd be like really cold because my hands are on the keyboard and the
'Cause,
mouse and
yeah,
everything,
and
and
you're
it's like
freezing.
blowing on me, and I'm like, all right, go this way, go this way. Like I'm like, oh man, this is very interesting. But I started like I had I played TF2 a lot in high school, and I kind of like progressively started getting more and more addicted to it, and like more into like PC gaming. Because I mean I had my PS2 and everything, and like my Xbox, and we still played all those games on there. Um, but once I really got into like PC, that's why I kind of started feeling like, okay, I really like this and I enjoy this. And I kept telling myself, no, I'm not gonna be a gamer. I'm not gonna be a gamer. So I stopped my senior year. Senior year, I was just like, all right, I'm done like being super video gaming. I'm gonna just hang out with my friends, and it worked. And I was doing it. And then I come to high school or come to college, first year college, you know, doing my thing, like staying like with studies and everything like that. And then like I started meeting people who like games too. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then I met the whole group of people at school that played League, and I was like, what? And I was
Yeah.
so confused, and like I was like, oh, League of Legends is a rip off of StarCraft, and like I was like, this is stupid. And then like I remember I showed you, and then you're like, dude, this is awesome, and I'm like, all right, I'll
Yeah.
give it a try.
Yeah. No, because I came from like my whole gaming is I was a PC gamer. Or not PC gamer. I was a Call of Duty gamer. Super into that, and
Oh
then I
my god,
started
that's
playing.
right.
Yeah. No. I that's like a dark shadow of my history that I don't bring out of the box anymore. Um, yeah, no, and then I started playing StarCraft, and I got pretty into StarCraft, and that was when I started figuring out the whole like, wait, there's a professional scene in video games, and I was
Yeah,
following like Team EG. I was watching MLG back when that was a thing before
that's what I remember. You showed me
WCS.
Twitch. Yeah, I remember that now.
hmm
Okay. Yeah.
hmm And then it's like, and if you come from StarCraft, when this whole League of Legends game came up, it's like, oh, well, it's just a game for people that suck at
I know,
StarCraft,
I was like, this is
kind of
horrible.
thing. Like, and then I played it. I'm like, holy crap, this is a, this is more fun than StarCraft and a hell of a lot less stressful, I thought. And then you get into ranked, and holy crap, it's just as stressful.
Yeah, and then yeah, and then I remember you were at my house that day. I showed you, and you had your
Hmm.
computer and everything, and then I had mine, and then like you're like, oh my god, all right, I'm doing this, and then
Yeah.
you bought your first game, and I'm like,
Immediately,
it's.
immediately bought Ari.
And I was like, hey,
Immediately.
I went up to my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, could I borrow like $10? Like, for what? For this game. He's like, why? I want to buy my first champion.
Yeah.
And I bought Graves, and so that's what I think that really set it for me to be that I am a true gamer. Like, I love everything about gaming. The community can be a little bit salty sometimes, but that
Oh
comes
yeah.
with
Oh yeah.
anything. But I just love gaming in general, everything about it, and so that's for me. That's probably what really got me into it. Just because I love it. There's so much like
Hmm.
it just feels so good. Like I play League,
Yeah.
I play all
It's
this
just
stuff. It's
like
just fun.
it's a way to just like have your imagination, especially if you play like RPGs. You can
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
your imagination goes crazy, or if you're like super competitive, but half of us geeky guys aren't very good at sports. So it's like it's a way to get that competitive out of you. You know, you're competing against five other guys in a team, and I don't know. It just I like it. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So what about you, Josh? How about you? What got you started into gaming?
um, yeah. So I had my whole like Pokemon phase where I played nothing but like Pokesnap and Pokemon Stadium, and then when I stopped playing the N64 and I realized like PC gaming was a thing,
Mhm.
what would be? I played a lot of Counter Strike 1.6, and it's funny that you were saying like you did clan games for TF2 or not TF2
For Day of
for
Defeat?
Day of Defeat.
Yeah.
I was part of a clan for Counter Strike, and you wouldn't know it now with how bad I am with a freaking scout, but I was the scouter for
Oh
my
hell
clan.
no! Really?
Yeah, no, yeah. Scouting office all day in that little CT room and you just shoot down long haul. Uh,
Mhm.
all day. That's all I was doing for what was the clan? It was DD. It was Digital Decimation. I played as the scouter for Digital Decimation. I did like I don't know, I probably had like 15 or 50 matches under me.
Mhm.
And then and then I got banned because my brother liked to hack and he got my account banned. And I'm like, oh, I can't buy the game
That
'cause I
seems
don't
like that
have
happens
money.
quite a bit with your brothers
Oh yeah, no. Once they play a game, they're like trying to find out how to
to troll
break the
people.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no. And then it went to StarCraft, and that was when I realized that I loved like not just gaming, but like the gaming industry and
Mhm.
everything about it. How there was a whole side of esports that's like this is this new thing that's rising and becoming more popular with games like StarCraft and League of Legends,
Mhm.
Hearthstone even where it gets in and it has like a whole easy to learn, easy to pick up, hard to master
Mhm.
kind of mentality to it.
Yeah.
So it's just like this is what I want to do. It's like I want to work for a company that does this. So I wanted to go into game designing, and then I thought about it and like, no, if I make games, I'm probably gonna start hating games.
Mhm.
So no, I just want to be in an industry. I want to still support it, but not program because programming sucks. Like if you love the program,
Mhm.
it's the best job in the world. But if you don't really like programming, it's not it's not a good job. So that's why I want to work as networking because that's what I really like doing. I like building. I like building computers. I've done a little bit right now because I work IT, so I've helped a little bit with the networking team at the company I work for now.
Mhm.
So it's one of those. It's like I just want to be involved. I want to be surrounded by it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, it means I get to go to like all these Twitch cons, and
Yeah. You get to be all out there, you know.
that'd be so cool to do that. It's
Yeah.
just like I was always not jealous, but it's one of those. It's like you see people like Dodger and TB, and they always do their updates of like, oh yeah, this week at Comic Con or this week at this. It's like, I want to do that. That's awesome. Like I'm so jealous. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like I want, like it's funny because when I hear people talking about cons, they're all like, "Oh my God, Fanime or Comic Con." I'm like,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's cool. Like I'll go. I love Comic Con. Don't get me wrong. I love Comic Con. It's just fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, no,
But
they jack up
like,
the prices of
like
everything.
for me, I love going to stuff like, or now that I have the chance to go, I super love this kinds of stuff like where it's like, you got Twitch Con, you got like, I think there's a League Con too where there's like nothing but League of Legends everywhere, you know, and that's what I love.
Leaks.
Like, is that community just kind of meshing together and like being together? Like, cause for me, like, I really want to be around gaming for like the rest of my. I love it. That's my passion.
Hmm.
Um, I don't want to build games. I don't want to make games. I don't want to sell it. I want to be part of the team that makes it. So I want to be
Yeah.
like the head, the guy. It's like, hey, all right, like let's say if I was part of League, and there was a new like a champion being like, let's say Thresh was being worked on, like he needs to be like balanced or whatever. So I'd be like, I want to be the guy that's like, hey, balancing team, go grab Thresh, take care of him, change it up, see what you can change on his numbers, test it out, bring it to PvP, throw it out to the players, have them talk to you. Like I want to be part of that, just because that's for me that's a more practical end. Because if I fall out of gaming, like I can still move into like, oh, regular business stuff. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
not have a job.
Yeah.
Um,
No, and that's my whole thing. It's just like it's the unfortunate view of it. It's just like I want to be surrounded by this, but I also need to make a living, you know?
right, yeah, yeah,
So it's like one of those, how do I get the best of both worlds? And
right.
that's why it's like work for a company like Twitch, or not even necessarily work for a gaming industry company, but work for a company that you enjoy, you know?
Yeah.
This is just one of those, it's like the reason I want to work for, like, okay, the job I have now,
Mhm.
they've pretty much offered me a position like when you're graduated, we'll hire you full time. And
Nice.
it's a fantastic company and it would make a decent amount of money, but it's one of those, I don't care for what the product of the company.
Mhm.
It's like an HR resourcing company.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do payroll and all that fancy HR crap that I don't care about. See, it's HR crap. It's
Yeah.
like it's not the company itself is fantastic. It has a great internship program if you're in college. It has the whole GW program where they love hiring young employees and getting them that first job thing. It's a great company. I just
Mhm.
don't want to work for it.
Yeah.
I've worked for it for 3 years,
Yeah.
almost four. It's just one of those. I don't. I'm not like proud of what I do. I don't go home and be like, that was a good day of work.
Yeah,
It's,
you're
you
just
know,
like,
like
work.
even when it is a good day of work, it's like I go home like I'm glad to be home.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not a career. It's a job.
Yeah.
Whereas if I were to do a job that was like more involved in the game industry or even like the streaming industry, I can go home and be like, this is the product, and I'm proud of being part of this product.
Yeah.
Like even if my role is so insignificant, I open boxes for a living.
Yeah.
Like still, I'm working for a company that I could be proud of. You know?
Right, yeah. You're like you're the guy that's like, yeah, you see that game that you bought there? Yeah, I cut open the box that had it in it. That was
Yeah.
me. That was all me, dude. You check me
Hey,
out.
that's practically what I do now. I'm part of procurement now. I moved from service desk to procurement, so all I do is ship boxes, open boxes, and put boxes on boxes. Like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
that's my job is boxes. Yeah.
Oh
No,
man.
but that's what like my goal is just to have a job that I'm proud of having. You know,
Yeah.
it should be everyone's goal. It's like the whole monetary part of it's like the unfortunate evil. You have to make money
Uh-huh.
somehow,
Yeah,
but
yeah. What's up,
but if I
Dax
could make it,
121?
what's up,
Oh, go
dude?
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just like if I can make it doing what I love, absolutely. If I
Yeah.
can make money by just DMing, holy
Yeah.
crap, I would jump on that like out right now. Send in my 2 week. Done.
Yeah, I'm doing. All I'm doing is
Spend that
D
2 weeks prepping.
you're like a you're like a head DM, like you have this like big office where you're just like sitting there with the all the little board in front of you, and like all you're doing is just talking like on like a microphone. There's like people like like playing their
Mhm.
dice and everything. They're pretty cool. Yeah. It's funny because man. Um oh well someone's got a question. What
Oh,
is Minecraft? Tell me about it.
oh.
Okay.
Minecraft. Oh,
That's a pretty. I mean, that's a valid question because there's okay. So a lot of people that are joining the stream might not even know what some of the games that we talked about are.
this is very
So
true.
I am. That's totally awesome. Thank you for that question. Minecraft is a.
You would know a
It's
lot about
it's
Minecraft.
yeah. It's a pixelated game, um, that is pretty much it's like I would say it's like Legos. Like it's first
Yeah,
person Legos. Like
yeah.
you the whole objective is to you start anywhere on the map. It's an open world that's constantly generated. Um, and you gather materials and you build places to survive in because there's creatures at night that come out and kill you. And then there's actually an end game too where you gather up the more you end up like the more finer resources like diamonds and everything, and then like you build up armor and everything, and you go out to the thing called the Nether, and you do stuff there, and then you go to the end world where there's this whole bunch of like, it's a very big adventure game. But a lot of times, what it is for people that enjoy it is it's a giant sandbox for them to mess around in.
Hmm.
People who love building like pixel art, people actually take like actual statues and they build it to scale in the game. I've seen people build the fuck, what's the name of the ship? The ship in Star Trek. The
Yeah, I know it.
Enterprise.
I know it. There you
Enterprise.
go.
Enterprise.
Enterprise.
The SS Enterprise. I've seen somebody build that to scale in Minecraft. I mean, if you've gone over Reddit or like just any pictures about Minecraft, you will see it all over the board. Like there's tons of stuff, you know. And if I would definitely suggest it to anybody. I mean, I've bought a good amount of people Minecraft. I've bought one of my good friends Minecraft recently, and she loves it. She plays it. She hasn't been on lately, but I
Yeah.
bought it for one of my. This is back when I was dating my ex. I bought it for one of her sister's friends because like she knows I'm a huge gamer and like of course I would love to give it to her. Like I want. That's my thing
Yeah.
too. Is like
Yeah.
people like they mistake me for they mistake it. Let me try that again. People judge me just because I'm very generous, especially with gaming. Like one of my good friends, Carla. Like you know Carla. Like dude,
Mhm.
I've bought her a lot of her games because we played a lot over the summer. But it's because I want people to be a part of what I'm going through. Like in the sense of like I love this game. This game is awesome. Come join me because there's
Yeah.
like co-op
No,
to it. Like
absolutely.
the
Like
fact
that.
that there's so much now, there's a lot more out there now that's allowing for people to be playing together. It's huge because I want people to be part of this. I want people to be like, wait, what are you playing? Or like when people are like over my shoulder, like watching me play, like, dude, what are you playing? Like, yeah, come check it out because you're gonna like it too. Like, I want to show you why I like it, and hopefully you can like it too. You know?
Yeah. No, it's just like getting more people involved. It's like anytime you have something that you love, you want to show people it. You want them to get involved too, and that's one reason I love the gaming industry because it's one of those you can get them involved and play it with them. It's not like, oh, I like art. Oh, this is art. You could draw too,
Mhm.
and then they're doing their own art thing. Of course, you can
Yeah.
collab and whatnot, but this is like, oh, you like Hearthstone, like we could play Hearthstone together. It's like,
Right.
oh,
Right.
you
Right.
like like a first person shooter like Borderlands. There's
Mhm.
co-op in Borderlands. You can play that
Yeah.
together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. And like it's funny thing is too. So in my family, like I'm the biggest gamer. I'm the huge geek here in my family. Um,
Hmm.
and not a lot of people. I mean, my family's interests are all over the board, but they don't really like sit here and they're like, oh, what is this? But my brother-in-law was actually one of the people who is like, see, he'll sit here, he'll watch me play League, and he'll like question. He'll be like, so what's going on right now? Like, what happened?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you get people who are like, it's League of Legends. Like, come back later when I'm not busy. Like, but I'm like, dude, all right, here's what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Like, this is
No.
what's going on.
It's like don't distract me. I'm playing.
Yeah, cause
I'm being super serious.
it's even more interesting when you get people like that, cause it's like these are people who have no idea what gaming is. Like they have their own lives. That's good. They're doing their own thing. But it's like now they're like intrigued. They're like, oh man, what is this?
Yeah.
Like when Dota and got into ESPN, League got into ESPN too.
Hmm.
Like that's
And that was a
huge, you
huge
know?
controversy. People were like, "No, it's gonna be bad for it. It's gonna be
Yeah,
good." It doesn't matter. It's more media. It's more
yeah,
coverage. It's
yeah.
a great thing, no matter
And
good or bad.
and so like what I love about that is like like when we're talking about game like first gaming and everything, it's drawing a large proportion of people back into it. It's like come back to gaming. This is what it is now. It's phenomenal. Like it's blown up at such an in such a number that it's unfathomable. You know?
Hmm. It's like a whole D&D and Pathfinder kind of thing. It's just like people had that whole persona. It was a bunch of like fat, ugly nerds in their basement dressing up as wizards and shouting spells in a different language, and that kept me from doing it for the longest time until I finally like met up with a few of my friends. It's like, hey, I know this may be weird, but I'm kind of thinking about doing D&D. And then literally like my entire group of friends was like, thank God somebody said that because I want to do it too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's one of those, it doesn't need to be a guilty pleasure anymore. It's such
Right.
it's a house norm. It's like a household name.
Mhm.
Like you say Xbox and people know what you're talking about. You say
Right.
PlayStation, people know what you're talking about. It's just like
Mhm.
we shouldn't feel like ashamed to love this thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like it's funny because like when you told me about it, like or when I came over that one time to watch you guys play, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna sit back. He's like, that's cool, whatever. Yeah, I'm too cool for this. And then I'm like listening, I'm like, whoa, this is so awesome. Like
Yeah. No,
it,
it's video games without the video media. It's pretty much you playing Skyrim, but instead of interacting with an AI, you're
right?
interacting with another human who's all the AIs. He's all the NPCs kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like
Um.
it. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely very enthralling. Like the fact that you could be anybody you want and you know whatnot.
Hmm.
Ah, it's crazy,
Hmm.
dude.
You could be anybody you want, or you can play like some people and play their character in a fantasy world.
Mhm.
It's like this is who I would like. This is me in a world with magic. This is what I would do. Personally, I don't get that. It's like, no, heck no. If I could be a wizard that shoots fireballs at people with their eyeballs, like, heck yeah, I want to do that. That sounds sick.
Yeah.
Or be like a tiny gnome that carries like a 2,500-pound hammer. Like, holy crap, heck yes. That sounds awesome.
That's the dream. That's the dream, guys. That's the dream.
Yeah.
Oh
You can't do
man.
that in real life. If I go and I
No,
try to
no.
do that now, I die.
Yeah. That's why I like that's why I looked for me I love how Pathfinders and everything I want to get like the figures and everything and do that like the way that I don't know if you guys have watched Node, but it's the Quarter Digital or Node, like they're the ones that do it. Um it is fucking awesome what they do. Like yeah, so they get like figures like that and they make actual boards and like they play D&D or like Pathfinder and like it is so cool how it's done just because it's like you have a physical representation and then you can like see it come to life as you're like playing it out and everything. Um, but that's why I looked into Star Wars. Like I want the sci-fi part of it instead. And I was doing like research and dude, the Star Wars kind of D&D, I forgot it's called Star oh man, I actually hold on, I think I have it here on my Google Chrome. Here you go, hold on, let me see. Um, Edge of the Empire, Star Wars Edge of the Empire. That I was like kind of listening for like reviews, and the reviews are a lot longer, so I was kind of watching it while I was in bed, so I didn't watch all of it. But it is so sick because there's like it's a different dynamic than D&D. Um, there's like force dice instead, or like fate dice kind of, so it
Mhm.
determines like what happens. And then it's Star Wars. Like you could be a Wookiee, like a Wookiee, and like it's
Yeah.
just anything you want
Yeah,
in
it's
that
like
universe. It's so
that's the
cool.
universe that you love.
Yeah.
Is that Star Wars universe, which is awesome. See, with me, it's like it's the whole Dragon Age or Mass Effect. Which one of the two did you play?
Hmm.
And it's like I love the Dragon Age
See,
series
I
because
was
I
the
like
Mass Effect
fantasy.
guy.
Exactly, yeah, I like
Like,
fantasy and magic.
yeah,
Whereas both you and Alaric, our friend Alaric, was like, no, I like the space, the
like the
aliens, and it's
aliens and like the lasers and stuff and like
yeah.
light
Like there's
swords and
nothing wrong
shit.
with it.
Yeah.
I love that too. I love StarCraft or not StarCraft. Yeah, no, StarCraft is Terran is a whole like space cowboy.
Humans for life.
I didn't realize for the longest time that the Terran logo is a freaking arm with a whip.
What?
Yeah, no,
No way.
if you
Hold
look up
up.
the logo, it,
Hold up.
yeah,
What the
look
fuck?
it up.
Hold on. Terran logo.
It's an arm with a whip.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What the fuck? Well, that's the
Well, okay, not the Terran logo,
that's
but
the
the
Dominion.
yeah, the
The
Dominion for it.
Dominion, the Dominion. If for those of you who don't know in StarCraft, there's two factions. There's the Dominion. No, okay, so the Dominion is like the
The bad
military level.
guys.
Yeah, like they're the bad guys. They're the military level. That's led by like a dictator kind of guy. That's what the Dominion is, and then you have like the other characters, which we can delve into a little bit later. But I mean, it's not super important right now. But
Yeah.
it, man, I'd never even noticed that.
Yeah, no.
That's so weird. That
I was a Zerg player anyway. I played the little buggy
yeah,
alien,
you
so
nasty
I hated them
bastard.
both equally.
Zergs are gross.
No, they're awesome.
Disgusting.
They're cute. Banelings are cute
Yeah.
when they're not exploded with ooze flying.
Yeah, dude, could you imagine being killed
Melting
by
everybody's faces.
like so let's think about how big those things are. Like
That's huge.
picture
It
something
would
like
be-
that in real life, like
It would be like the size of like, I don't know.
probably like a regular car.
Yeah,
like the size
no,
of a
they would
car.
be like the size of a car.
With
Like you
really
think
big,
they're
like,
these
teeth and shit, too.
small little, because they look small and there's like a bunch of them. But when you think about Space Marines or Space Marines,
Terran.
Terra Marines, those guys are like probably 7-foot giants, like in power suits, and these things are like right up
Yeah.
tall as them.
Like the power suits actually make them like just as big.
Mhm.
Um
Space
like,
Marines. Space
God.
Marines. Thinking about those guys.
that's a whole nother game.
Yeah.
So
whole Warhammer 40,000.
So, in that universe, Warhammer 40,000 is a futuristic universe where there's nothing but war, but you have like mythical creatures like you have like orcs. So it's pretty much fantasy in a futuristic time setting. So Josh has one here of that's of the orcs.
Tau.
There's the Tau, which are like the alien, like elite, like the elites, kind of like from Halo.
For the greater good.
Um,
and
and then you have like Space Marines, like the humans, which are
It's not
so
confusing.
the Space Marines are actually so. Anyways, back to the universe. So it's like where there's tons of different planets. The human race has been kind of wiped out, but like they're genetically modified now, so they can like keep cloning and everything like that. That's a dreadnought, which is like a sarcophagus that's still living and has like a human in it and whatnot. And then you have like that, like the broad suit and everything. But with that universe, like there's just so much to it. So for part of some of that lore, the Space Marines, since we were talking about like size comparison, dude, Space Marines are fucking 9 feet tall. They're
Yeah.
9 feet
Huge.
tall. Like
Huge.
I think that's the height of my ceiling. Like that's huge.
Like, those guys are giants. And then like you fight creatures like I showed you in comparison. The Marine was like that tiny figure, and then the Tau broadside suit is like a towering giant. This thing is huge. It would be like a 3-story building walking around.
Orcs are like 11 to 12 feet, I think.
Mhm. They look 8 feet just because they're
They hunch.
hunched back.
But I mean,
Yeah, but Warhammer 40,000, for those who also don't know, it's the like the tabletop army game. You have Orc Army versus Space Marines, and it's a turn-based. So it would be like StarCraft is, where it's like an action. You control an army, try to defeat the opponent's army, but it's like a turn-based brawling game,
mhm.
which is incredibly time-consuming because you got to put the models together and paint the models.
Yeah.
And
that-
then learning the rules, which
Oh,
change
God.
like every 3 months.
That part of geekdom, guys, that part of geekdom is by far, in my opinion, the most expensive.
Oh yeah.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
I mean,
Wait,
okay,
it
that
could
might be a little. That's a little controversial because there is
It
all kinds of
depends.
stuff like there's the people who collect like the Marvel statues and that's their geekdom. Like for gamers, it's like computers and like technology. But it's part. So it is a very expensive hobby. A whole set of like Space Marines for like 25 guys. No. 10 guys is like $35, and they're just separate pieces and you customize them and shit. But it's all plastic, you know.
Yeah, it's just a.
And
it's a
then the
plastic-
game itself, like when you buy the codexes for each army, it's like $50.
Yeah, something like that.
Like
It's like
40 to 50
$40,
bucks.
and then you got to buy the new rule
And
book,
then they
which is
keep
like
and
50
then they keep
bucks.
changing everything. And there's a very big competitive scene behind it. Like
Hmm.
they have
Oh yeah.
big cons out in like LA and like Ravenswood out in like Baltimore and shit. Like huge storage warehouses that
Yeah.
have tables that go like fucking hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
of feet out, and people are playing. And all I hear is like people shaking their hands with like dice and shit, and like it's
Oh, it's one of my favorite
insane.
sounds in the world. The
Oh my
sound of like
god.
dice rolling. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. One of my favorite no, he's not ex pro. He's still a pro for the StarCraft team. Evil Geniuses in Control. He
Mhm.
does a lot of Warhammer 40,000 competitions. He's a Tyranid player, and he's
Mhm.
actually pretty good. Like if you follow him on Twitter, he'll do updates and like oh I got second or first best Tyranid placing third in the entire tournament kind of thing. It's like that's cool.
Mhm.
It's like not only did he have like a love for the video games, that he became a professional uh, player, and he's one of the big names in the the team for EG.
Mhm.
It's like he manages pretty much the team,
Mhm.
and then he's able to use that to fuel his other geekdom like love
Yeah. Yeah.
of Warhammer, and he does the role playing with It Me JP and
Mhm.
whatnot, and it's just one of those like that's cool. That's the lifestyle, you know.
Yeah. I think it's crazy too, like that if you look at it now, people this is I would say this is probably the first generation of people who are like legitimately taking people seriously for making a living out of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And it's awesome to be there.
yeah, esports is huge, and so now people who like love gaming have a possibility of going into it as a profession, and it's like, oh my god, I love this. Like this is my awesome job. That's
This is my brother, by the
mhm.
way. We're doing a podcast, by the way. So we're actually streaming you. So
um
that was my my brother, by the way.
but it's I think it's like amazing at how much has changed because gaming for the longest time was always it's bad for you. It causes people to be extremely
Yeah,
violent and
yeah,
like and there's countless researches where it's changed that
yeah.
it's like people are like, dude, you're completely stupid. The people that actually play violent video games are like super passive.
And then you get games like Hatred that are coming out that
That was
brings all
oh
that back up
god.
again.
Oh my goodness.
I like TV's standpoint on that though. He released WTF is.
Yeah,
For
I
those
saw
who don't
that.
know, when we say TB's Total Biscuit. He's a pretty big name in the gaming industry. He does a lot of reviews on games. He owns a professional gaming team, Axiom. He's one of the hosts for the Co-optional podcast. He's a really big name in the gaming industry, and for a good reason because he's got like a smart head on him. He knows what's good for the industry. He knows what's bad. He knows when something should be controversial,
Hmm.
and sometimes things like Hatred, it's just a stupid game. Doesn't We don't need to freak out about it. It's no less violent than Mortal Kombat. Like
Yeah.
in Mortal Kombat, you have the whole fatalities where you splitting people in half and then putting them back together so you can fight them the next round. You know,
Yeah.
it's the way we view it. It's like don't let it bother you. Like if you don't like the game, don't buy it, don't watch it, don't play it, don't support it. There you go.
Hmm.
If it doesn't,
Is that what he was saying?
well, he was just saying it's just like it's a game. Like it's not any worse than like Postal. It's not any. It yeah, it's a game about shooting people, but how many games about shooting people do we have? Like
Well,
it's the whole. Remember the Call of Duty when it had that one
no.
scene where you
Oh,
go
no.
in
No Russian.
the
Yeah.
airport?
No
Yeah,
Russian.
no
Yeah.
Russian. Whereas that it's like it doesn't. It's a story, you know. It's not
Yeah.
real. Who cares? It's all virtual.
I think it's just because the way it came about, like
Hmm.
the way that it came out, it was all like in the trailer and stuff. People were that's why people were so taken back because it's like, I fucking hate the world. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to die. I'm just gonna fucking step my door, like kick my door down and just fucking kill everybody. Like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, and that is what the game is. It's
Yeah.
literally you hate people, you kill people, you run away from cops, and then you go to the next level to do the same thing.
Hmm.
And it's just like, do I believe the game needs to be made? No, it's a dumb game. The gameplay itself is it's like Metal Slug, where it's like you move the character, you aim, and you're just
Oh
shooting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, that's all it is. It's the what is it called? It's like the two
The
joystick
twin stick shooters.
twin stick
Yeah,
shooter. There, thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's all it is. It's just a twin stick shooter, and you're just shooting people who
yeah.
occasionally shoot back.
Like, I mean, I'm on the side of like it's it's upsetting to see something like that because it's like really
Yeah,
like it's just for me
yeah.
it's childish because it's like I get with like games like GTA and like Postal like those are still very bad but they have a reason for it because like it's called Grand Theft Auto which is a crime itself and the
Mhm.
game is about crime syndicate like and what
Yeah.
people do in crimes.
And games like GTA, it's not. A lot of the times it's satirical. It doesn't go the route that Saints Row went, where Saints Row like, we're game, we're bullshitting, we know we are,
Yeah,
we don't care. That's why we made this game.
yeah,
Let's go fight aliens. like it's like, it, just don't let it get to you. You know, it's one of those. It's somebody made it. It's yes, it could be controversial. It doesn't need to be, but in the meantime, bringing it all to like the media, it's just giving it more like space, is giving it a name. Now, when you say hatred, people know what you're talking about. So it's just one of those. If you don't want to support it, just don't.
yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. It's just kind of I think it's just stupid. Like
Yeah.
and then you get the people on like media fear mongering everybody like
Hmm.
don't play video games anymore. This is what it's come to. Like, what the fuck? Like, look what you're doing for the rest of us. You know, you're making us look bad. And
Yeah.
it sucks. Like, I hate to see it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I always say how it's like I want a game where you play as the bad guy instead of the good guy, but it could be done. It could be done a better way.
That better not be in the game, dude.
Yeah.
That's a
It could
whole
be.
other direction.
I think it could be done out of not like
Yeah.
genocidal mentality kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a game where you play as the Joker instead of Batman. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
You
something like
lose.
that. Yeah. That'd be pretty interesting. But I think that's why they don't like do games where you're the villain, because the villain is 9 out of
Yeah.
10 times gonna lose.
Well, not only that, the villain is required to slaughter innocents or do something to keep them as hostages, and that will be controversies.
Like-
Like, we're not supposed to hold people and detain them and try to torture them. We're supposed
Yeah.
to free them and rescue them, and
Yeah, like
it
doing
goes
something
against the whole
horrible.
belief of like we should be teaching kids to do good with all our every ounce of energy we have in all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
games. Like no,
Yeah.
sometimes it's good to let them be bad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean,
That way they don't go out and like shave a cat.
I don't think shaving a cat's that bad.
Well, it's better than the other version where you like burn the cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Then the kid just needs help. Like
Yeah.
it's not healthy.
Yeah, exactly. I just totally picture this like, you know, just like, oh, I'm angry. Like, yeah, like the clip is just fuck
Got
you,
a cat.
cat.
Poor cat walking around like horrible haircut.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my god.
Jamie was mad again. You could tell. Look at the cat.
Like, look at the cat. There's a bald spot on it now. Oh goodness. All right, what else? What else we got for the day? Do we have anything else?
I don't know. What are you doing for the rest of this weekend? You got plans?
Just fucking working.
Work?
Working. I have to finish an assignment tomorrow. I'm gonna stream for sure if I have time at the end of the
Are you
night.
streaming after this or?
Oh, that's a good question. A friend of mine wants me to get on Minecraft. Because she's been looking for me. She's like, "Where are you? I haven't seen you." And
Minecraft.
I'm like, "I'm here. Like, I'm just busy with my stuff, you know."
I'm doing other games. I
Yeah.
have other stuff to do. Yeah, no.
I might stream that. We'll see. Just because I don't know what it is. Minecraft just seems boring to stream.
Yeah,
Like,
no. Some people
it's just like-
really enjoy it.
Like,
I
you're
don't
just-
know who the big Minecraft streamer is. I forget.
I know a lot of YouTubers who are like big Minecraft, like they record Minecraft a lot. You know.
Yeah, what's his name? I think it's not Syndicate. It might be Syndicate. There's a big Twitch streamer that does a lot of Minecraft.
I think it is Syndicate.
Is it? Yeah.
I think so.
I've watched them a few times. It's just because, and that's one reason I like Twitch is you can pick a random game that I don't play Minecraft a lot.
Mhm.
Like I understand why people really like it. I
Mhm.
never really got that into it. It was fun. It's like Terraria. It
Mhm.
was fun. I splurged the crap out of Terraria when I first got it.
Yeah.
Holy crap, I played that so much. And then it was just one of those. It's like, I'm kind of done.
Yeah, I remember that. Like remember you got me into it. And I was like, oh my god, we love this game. Like I want to play it all the
Yeah,
time. And then
no,
we just stopped. And I was
yeah,
like,
we stopped.
oh.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
but it's
that.
just one of those. With a product like Twitch, you can go and you'd be like, well, what's this game? I don't no idea what it is, and you watch
Mhm.
it and you find out this is a sick game. I want to get it. I want to play it. This looks awesome.
Mhm.
Or you can watch a game and be like, thank God I did not buy that game.
Mhm.
Thank goodness I didn't spend $60 on a game that I think it would be horrible and I don't want to play.
Mhm. Hi Ray. Do we play Call of Duty? Um, I do. I do play COD. Um, not as much as I used to. I played a lot of Call of Duty when Modern Warfare 2 was out. Modern Warfare 3. Um, Black
Yeah, I
Ops. I
play.
played a lot of like up to like probably like Black Ops
Yeah, Black Ops,
2.
Blops. Yeah,
Black
no,
Ops 2 was probably the last one I started playing with.
yeah. And the only real reason I stopped playing the Call of Duty games is just because I don't play console games anymore, and I
Yeah.
don't buy them for. I don't like first person shooters that often. I don't play a lot of them. Counter Strike is one of the only ones that I play. Like you try to get me to play Borderlands a lot, and I was like, it's fun.
I don't know. I'm like, come on, please. I need somebody
It's
to
like
join me.
I don't know. Yeah, no, but
Um,
definitely I played a hell of a lot of Call of Duty.
I have COD for my Xbox One. I have it. Oh, I have a what's the new one? Advanced Warfare. Um,
Mhm.
I have it. It's fun. I just find myself getting sucked back into my PC because I play a lot of
PC Master Race.
I I just play everything on PC. Um, oh well, sorry about that. That I don't really know any Spanish.
Oh, yeah, no.
Um, but I don't know. I could never really like I've been tempted to get COD on PC before. I got COD Zombies because it was cheap on or I got COD World at War on here on PC and I played it and it's just really difficult. Like I was playing, I'm like, what the fuck? This is so hard. Like I don't remember it being this difficult.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, yeah, I'm not really playing that anymore. I play Star Wars Battlefront.
I I think the big reason I stopped playing it though is just because the new ones kept coming out like every 3 months. They was like, I would have just made enough money to buy Black Ops and
Mhm.
then Modern or whatever came after Black Ops. Was it Modern Warfare 2 or 3? I don't even.
After Black Ops,
Yeah.
it was
Or was it Advanced Warfare then?
Modern Warfare 3 was the next one.
Yeah. It's just it's like, and then the story of the games aren't. They're not a very good story. There's so many
They're
loopholes.
horrible. They're horrible.
It's not. They're not written well.
Yeah, yeah.
And all it is, it's like, I mean, there's literally times where you can just stand in one spot and your teammates will go in, die, and then respawn, go in and die, and you just don't have to do anything because eventually
Right.
they'll clear the room out. But it's
Mm.
and then you just can't keep up because it's like you'll be playing Black Ops, but then the new one comes out and nobody's playing on multiplayer anymore because everyone's playing the new one.
Yeah.
So unless you have the money to fork over, or you want a quick scope, and thus you can't play any of the new ones because they changed that
Mhm.
until somebody finds a way to quick scope again.
Someone's
Those
gonna
are
do it.
those were the days. Run around with the L9, just pa, yeah,
Yeah, dude, that makes
pa.
me. Just makes me. When you said it, makes me sound. It makes it feel old. Like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not even an old game, but
Yeah.
it feels old because they've made 14 of them. Like
Yeah.
they aged their game by creating all these new ones. It's just a poor choice. I mean, they keep creating them because people are buying them. So it's
Yeah,
like,
and it's so upsetting because you were like, dude, stop making Call of Duty. Stop fucking buying it.
yeah, stop buying it.
Stop
then.
it. You're
It's like
giving them
you
your
just bought
money.
it.
You
Yeah.
you said you don't want it, so stop.
Yeah,
Please.
it's just like if you don't want it, don't buy it. That's how you get people to like. That's how you get companies to make other games. It's like, oh wait,
Mhm.
you know, these last 3 Call of Duties made about as much as the first one
Yeah,
combined. Like we're losing revenue here. Yeah, no, it's just, but they're fun games. I mean, it's just I don't play console games anymore, so I don't play a lot of COD.
Yeah, it's not my thing anymore. With I don't know what happened. Like I was so into other games, and then I started playing League, and then like I get sucked into this black hole, just
The
and
black hole is League of Legends.
I play it all the time. I pay attention to all their updates, like, and I think that's why, because like these other games that come out nowadays, like you pump it out, it's like, all right, this is what we have, enjoy, and you play it and you love it, and then it's like new stuff doesn't come out for a long time.
Yeah,
And then you have to there's
yeah,
paywalls, so you have to buy DLC and all that stuff. But with League, it's like you're playing for free. You pay money for skins to make it look good. Um, and then
that's
like
so smart on League's part.
and then like
Yeah,
um and then like you get all these new champions every like month and a half, maybe 2 months at the most. Um, and yeah, and like like Josh was saying, like it's super smart for them because like you tell your friends about it. Oh, dude, I'm playing this game for free. Oh, cool. Sounds like fun. Like they watch it, like they get interested, and then they're like, oh man, that character looks cool with that. I'm gonna get that. Boom, $10, and
yeah.
they have legitimately sucked out like hundreds and hundreds of dollars
Oh
out of
my
me.
gosh,
Oh
I've
god.
spent way too much more, way more than I want to admit on League of Legends. Because it's the whole, it's like, I just got paid. $20 isn't that much.
I did
I
that.
just I just won't buy Starbucks instead, you know? I won't go and get a Red Bull when I'm
I
tired,
think
which I still do.
I think I did that the other day.
No, that's what I did when Echo came out.
Oh no, I did.
I immediately bought Echo.
Well,
Didn't
I
know if
had
the
IP.
champion would be good.
I had IP for Echo when he came out. Echo, by the way, is one of the new champions in League of Legends. If you don't know it, go check it out on their website. It's a really great game. Um,
I really like what they did with his backstory because it's like, this is the warrior princess, this is the
yeah.
war king. Echo was like, no, this was a kid in poverty
Mhm.
who wanted to get out of it, so created a machine to try and travel,
Mhm.
to try to live a crappy, like try to make the best out of a crappy life.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like, and the trailer that it came up with is him trying to get revenge of his friend getting killed by a
yeah,
corrupt cop. Like, that's dark.
yeah.
That's awesome. I love how they did something like that. It's not
Right.
all like, this is a princess and she's here because she's really strong and stuff.
Or like Zach. This is just a blob. It's
Yeah,
like
he was an
he,
experiment.
he's goo.
Yeah.
That's all he is. Um, but like I did that today with so I got paid today, and right when I got on my computer, I was like, what do I feel like doing? I'll play some Counter Strike, and I was like, oh, I still have $2.50. Let me buy a case. And then I
Yeah.
ended up spending
Oh,
I spent
no,
like
not
$30.
cases.
I spent like $30. I was like, oh shit, that's bad.
Not cases. Those are
Oh
so
my
bad.
god. Like
You end up spending
that's
$30
oh
for like
man.
$2 worth of skins.
That was so bad.
For
God
those of you who also
damn
don't
it.
know, cases in Counter Strike, it's like skins in League of Legends. A case will, you buy a case, you buy a key, and it opens up, and it does like a roulette thing where it has all the skins flashing by, and then it picks the one that you unlocked that you could use in the game, and it's a total like money cash, just eat all the money kind of machine, because you get to see like that's the legendary skin that you were like one space away from getting. So you buy another 410 cases.
Oh
Uh,
god. It's such a cash grab. Like
hmm
um and like the only thing that you can really get out of those is like a stat track, which
Yeah,
which legitimately changes gameplay because it tracks the amount of kills you get, which is not big, but it changes
but
the
it's,
gameplay.
it's also one of those things. Just I realized, just buy the $30 skin. If you really want the skin, buy the $30 skin because you're gonna spend $300 trying to
Just to
get it.
get it? Yeah.
Especially if you want something stat track, because you'll get the skin you want, but it won't have stat track,
Oh
and
my
you'll
god,
be
that
upset.
happened to me today. I got the
Oh no!
I opened up the Chroma cases, the Chroma 2, which is like, so there's different names for the series of cases. I got in Chroma cases. Chroma 2 is one of the newer ones, and they got an AK-47 skin. It was the Elite something, and I was like, oh,
Courage,
I
I think is the new one.
Elite, well, not that one. That's that's
Oh
the
yeah, the
Falcon.
elite build.
Yeah, yeah, I got the Elite build. I got three of those. I got two battle scarred and one well worn. No, two well worn, one battle scarred, and none of them were stat track. And I was like,
Like, nope,
I was so mad because
don't want 'em. Don't want 'em.
that gun's a common. It's a common gun in that case set. Like, it's the blue, so you're always gonna get a blue. You're
Yeah.
anything else is like rolled. Like you don't know what you're gonna get, and I was like,
That's a
what
really
the
good
fuck,
DLC.
dude? Like why? I know. I was playing with it earlier. Excuse me. It's really nice in game.
I actually like it better than the red line.
I kind of do too.
I don't use either. I use the blue laminate because
Yeah,
it's stat
because you
track.
stat track, you
What's up?
son of a bitch. Um, but yeah, I mean, it stuff like that is what really pushes people away from games because it's like, oh, let's say with the new so with Battlefield 4, that was a horrible launch, very ill received because it didn't play very well. There's tons of bugs and everything, and they had to it took them a long time to fix it. Um, and then they started releasing all the DLC and everything, and people were still buying it. And people are just really upset because it's like, dude, okay, you're making all this DLC, like fix the fucking game. Like you guys aren't doing
Yeah,
anything, you know.
yeah.
Um,
Stop making DLC and patch the
and
original.
so what I was watching a gaming newscast on YouTube. I forgot which one it was. I think it was Polaris. They do a lot of news gaming broadcasts. And Dodger, who is a very famous streamer,
The Daily
and
Bite.
YouTuber, I think I remember her saying like, oh, and guess what? For those of you who have Battlefield 4, they're releasing all the DLC for free.
That's
Like
awesome.
now, and I'm like, that's cool because I didn't buy any of it, so I can get it for
Yeah.
free. And then
It's
like I feel
awesome if you didn't buy it.
yeah, and then for the people that
Sucks if
spent
you did.
like, $40-$50 on the extra DLC, they're like, dude, what the fuck? Am I gonna get my money back or something? Like, what do I get?
Yeah.
You don't get anything, you know? So, I, I feel kind of bad for those guys, but I mean, that's the thing with these games nowadays with these paywalls, you know? Like you either do it, you either pay the $10 to get the thing you want, or you wait, and maybe they'll make it free later or cheaper. You'll get like a sale or whatever. So I mean,
That's what I like. That happened with The Witcher, is that they released all their DLC for free. For the only reason, what was it? It's like the reason that um the CD Projekt, the developer, released free DLC is
mhm.
because DLC rhymes with free. So
Yeah,
they released
yeah.
it all. And that is the reason why. And like the DLC is like an alternate look for one of the characters and stuff like that.
Mhm.
For I think Yennefer is like an alternate look for her, and then a few like 13 more quests that you can do or something like that.
Mhm.
It's already like a huge game.
Right, right.
So it's one of those. It's like that's how to do it. It's like it's a great game. It had a fantastic launch. It was a little buggy.
Mhm.
If you got it for the PC, there was a lot of issues, especially if you did like SLI configuration and stuff
Oh,
like
for
that.
for Witcher 3.
Yeah, for Witcher 3. I don't SLI. Like, if you honestly have enough money to spend on SLI, it's not necessary.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's funny with the I was on Reddit and there was a whole bunch of stuff on like there's a mod. I guess it's like modded for the for Witcher 3 on PC, and it's like the faces are like melting and shit. It
Oh, yep, no,
it's
of
hella
course.
funny. I could not
Like,
stop
if you
laughing.
create a game that supports modding, immediately the first one that's going to come out is a nude mod, and then it's going to be some form of mod that like alters dumbly NPCs. Like what was it? Was it the Dead or Alive 5 or whatever the newest one, 6?
I think it was 5.
That it came out and immediately like within a week there was the nude mods are out and they were like,
Mhm.
come on guys, seriously, have some class.
Yeah.
Like I know that's like this is what the game was like renowned for its over
Yeah, yeah.
sexuality, but come
Exactly.
on.
I don't know. Games like that, it just makes me be like, all right, well,
Yeah.
not anymore. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not interested anymore.
Yeah, no, it's like Dead or Alive was the first fighting game I ever got into, like the first of that style.
Hmm.
Um and it was just one of those it's like it I can't support it. They just try so hard to be serious, but
Yeah, yeah.
you can't take something like that serious.
Right,
Like it doesn't
right.
matter how much plot, like and again they have kind of like convoluted. Everybody's somehow related to everybody or have something to do with their life. It's just one of
Yeah,
those I can't get behind that. At least
yeah,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat is just like yeah no this is Mortal Kombat. We got a bunch of people that kill a bunch of people for fun or
Uh-huh.
for a living.
Yeah,
I and I suck at fighting games, so I don't play them.
yeah. And hey, what's up, Ryan? Good to see you. Um, So he actually just mentioned in the chat easy fatalities in MKX. That's a big thing right now too that everyone's been talking about with MKX,
Yep.
because a lot of people who are very competitive in
Like
MKX.
super disappointed.
Yes, because now it's like, okay, well now people I'm competing against, they can just get the easy fatalities and like, what the
Hmm.
hell, you know?
Yeah.
Granted, fatalities are for the end of the game, but I mean, it
But it
doesn't.
was it was like a pride thing because
Yeah,
I was like at the end of the game, if you knew the combination and you were able to pull it off, it was just like pouring salt on the wound, you know?
yeah.
Now it's just like, oh, you're just gonna do
Or
that
it's
one?
like,
Whoop to do.
yeah, it's like when like football players get the touchdown and they're like, yeah, like doing all their dances and
Yeah.
shit. Like, that's the next part of it. Like I was kind of upset myself because I was just confused. I was like, why is it easy fatalities? I I don't know. I guess it's cool. I guess. Um, for me, my first fighting game was what was it? I think my first fighting game was it was either Tobal number one or Rival Schools. Um, Granted, they were both in Japanese because I had that modded PlayStation,
You had
but
them on it.
um,
The illegal PlayStation.
yeah. But like they still ran great. Like nothing was wrong with it. I just don't. I never understood what they were saying. I never knew any of the characters' names, but I think those are the first games, the fighting games that I played. Um, I was never really into the fighting game kind of guy. Like I play a little bit now and then. Like I have MKX here. My brother's playing it right now here on the Xbox One. Um, I played a little bit of Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3. Not like competitively, but I just played it for fun because I kind of started getting into it. I played a lot of MK9. Fighting games are never really my forte. Like, I was huge into shooters. That was always my thing. Like, Call of Duty, Team Fortress 2, Day of Defeat, and all that kind of stuff. And then, lo and behold, like, here comes League, and it's
Yep.
like,
Yep.
welcome to my world. Like, this thing right here is a Ziggs bomb. Like, I have everything League, you know,
Yeah.
and it's changed my life in such a way that I've made a ton of new friends through it. It brings all my friends together. So I mean, more
Yeah.
power to you, you know.
Yeah. No.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you were shooter game. I was always strategy based games,
Yeah.
card games,
Card games
games like
too.
turn based games was just
Mhm.
like, how do I outthink my opponent?
Kind of like chess,
Except I
or
hate
like
chess.
yeah, no, chess is boring. Or like
I'm
remember
bad at it.
yeah, remember the fuck was it? Or yeah, like yeah, because you're into Hearthstone, you know. I
Oh yeah,
I've been
love
getting
Hearthstone.
into it. I'm so bad at it, and I don't play enough to get all the cards. So I'm just like, this is stupid. I'm done.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
the
this.
that's the unfortunate. Like, it's not pay to win, but it kinda is. Because if you don't have like Doctor Boom,
Hmm. That
you're
is
gonna lose a lot of
oh
games. It's
fucking
like when you don't have Leroy Jenkins, you're gonna lose. Like it was the old Leroy. It was the
yeah.
old.
And if you guys don't know, those are actually card names of characters in the game.
Yes, sorry.
Um, so Doctor Doom is Doctor Doom or is it Doom?
Boom,
Or Doctor
boom.
Boom, like his card. What happens with his card is like I don't know. You play it on the field and he puts up other bombs and shit, and like it blows. It just blows everything up.
Yeah.
It is by
So
far the
it's
stupidest card I have ever engaged with,
yeah,
ever in a game, and I was like,
yeah.
oh, it's so
It's
frustrating, man.
dubbed Doctor Balance.
Stupid as
But
fuck, dude.
it's like the Leroy. Leroy was the whole. You played it because it was like a 4 drop that did 6 damage with charge and only 2 health, but it gave your opponent 2 whelps. It didn't
Yeah,
matter. Like anytime you played it, it's because you could win. Like, but if you're not lucky with the card packs, you won't be able to get that card. You know, it's like the game isn't pay to win because everything is free. You can earn gold to buy cards, or card packs,
hmm
and then you open the card and you'll have 5 random cards with a chance of getting like one of the super rare ones, like the Doctor Boom,
hmm
or you get 5 cards you already have that you just like, oh,
hmm
cool. Now I got to go play another 50 games to get enough money to go buy another card pack.
Yeah. Well,
Or
kind of like that's kind of like League though, you know.
yeah, no, that's like League, where it's like you could buy champions, or you could earn enough like LP to purchase them with the in-game currency as opposed to real money. But again, like League though, or Hearthstone or League, just because you have the champion doesn't mean you're good with the champion.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So that's where it's like it yes, it's pay to win,
Hmm.
but you still need to know how to use it.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to other games that are pay to win, it's like you pay $5 and you get guns that do 7,000 times more damage than your opponent. Like that's true pay to win,
It's funny because
and that's bad.
they kind of do that in TF2. You can buy the new released weapons, but the weapons are balanced, you know.
Mhm.
Um. Uh.
And a game like TF2, I liked it because TF2 reminds me of the I don't know if you ever played it,
Which one?
but it was called like Guns with a Z.
I just
Did you
hold
ever
on.
play that?
Let me look it up. Let me see, because I feel like I did. I think I did when I was a kid.
I think that's what it was called, Guns.
Guns.
Yeah, it was Guns. So the game is literally based off of you breaking the animations to get like triple attacks off, and jumping in air kind of thing. There was like butterfly jumps, and you wall
Huh.
jumping, stuff like that.
I've never
Like the
seen
game
this.
was like a multiplayer shoot slashing, like depending on your weapon choice, where you're literally matrixing through everything. You never touch the ground. You're new if you're touching the ground in this game. But it's like you're literally just button combinations to break the game. So you have the animation of one attack, but you just did three kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Where it's like you could buy the better weapons, but again, it doesn't matter because your weapon that does 3,000 times more damage, you just got hit by a dude who hit you 6 times in a second, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But I just thought that was funny that they made a game that was kind of buggy and people enjoyed it and just broke it to the point that they designed it to be broken.
It's like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, let it go.
It's like, hell, like we got a following, we got a hardcore following that does that.
Right, right, right. Yeah. Oh man. Well, I mean, yeah. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? I think we kind of wrapped up this episode. I mean,
Yeah, no.
that does. Personally, I feel like that was a pretty cool. That was good. I liked it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good start.
For those of you who are watching, I am going to be highlighting this on my stream. Mr. Pico Panda is hosting this right now, so you guys can check my channel out and we'll highlight it if you guys want to catch up. I will be. So what I'm going to be doing in the future is for the next episodes, I will be highlighting these and putting it on my channel. We are going to be bringing on guests. I actually have a friend of mine who is huge into indie gaming. We'd love to talk to him and kind of pick his brain a little bit. We'd love to bring anybody else on. Like, you don't have to be a streamer. All you need to do is be on Skype, and we'll, if you got something you want to talk about, we'll put it out here. We'll have some fun, and who knows? Who knows what we'll do?
We won't DDoS you when you're trying to play League.
I might. I mean, I like winning in League, so
It depends. If we're playing you, we may DDoS you.
yeah, so we'll see what
guarantees.
happens. There's nothing guaranteed, but all right. So before we go, let me just. All right, guys. Thank you guys again so much. I am Josh, aka the Tigus Reaper,
I'm Josh, aka Mr. Pika Panda.
and thank you again for joining the Games, Geeks, and Gravity podcast. And we will see you guys next time. Good night.
Ciao.